If your husband comes home late from any unexpected delay, try to have spontaneous sex with him when he gets back home. If your guy gets angry and pushes you away or tries avoiding it altogether at all costs, chances are that he may be exhausted down there. But getting it up immediately and blowing a huge load, that is not the easiest thing to do. So that's the way to find out. Now, as far as cheating goes, the funny truth is that you can't always trust your guts. It may less be reliable than you think, because when people cheat, especially those who do it frequently, they are likely to have practiced or even perfected certain techniques that may help them keep their secrets safe or intact, or they may clean their tracks so much well that you never can find out in years. That's why some women may be cheating out there, and eventually you find out that you've been fathering kids that are not yours for years. Or maybe your husband dies and during his burial you see other kids coming, or during the time for reading wills you see other kids or families coming to your family meeting. So you never knew for once that your man had been cheating. He's been cleaning tracks, he's been coming home on time and all of that stuff, making you feel like you're the number one woman at home. You're the number one woman that he's been with, or you're the love of his life. But you never knew that he's been cheating and forming families out there. It's crazy. And the rate at which a lot of men and women cheat these days is alarming. It's scary. It's super scary. And one of the most common ways a cheat hides, his tracks is by gaslighting, making you distrust your own instinct and observation. And that's usually when paranoia starts. So maybe you've noticed some of the red flags that your partner might be cheating, and just maybe you want to confirm your suspicion before confronting or leaving the scoundrel. Now, I have got some smart ways that you could use in catching him or her in that act, so that you can just, stop wondering if it's happening and find out for sure that it's happening and just move on with your life. For me, this is not something that I would naturally do, because I've got so much pride. I'm so, if I sense it and I have seen one or two things, I either confront it or just back away. I necessarily wouldn't even go through all of the hassle, because I feel like, if I am having this sort of feeling with you, if the love is not there, if I'm not feeling the commitment, if I'm not feeling it, and maybe I've spoken to you about it once or twice, I don't need to have evidence to find out that you're cheating on me. I'll just give you your space and just let it die. Do you get? I'll just let it die. Maybe after having conversations with you. But if you want to go the extra mile because you love this person and you want to really know for sure that he's cheating on you or she's cheating on you, then I've got 9 ways that you can figure out if this guy is cheating on you or if this girl is cheating on you. All right, are you ready? Okay, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and let's get right into it. Be right back. Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Jane Lawrence, and let's get into it. Now, my number 1 way for you to find out that he's cheating on you is collect your evidence slowly and tactically. Trust me, the only way for you to confront suspicion is to start collecting information and keeping a journal, because you just simply relying on your memory is not the best plan. So keep track of the things like bills, ATM withdrawals, car mileage, and start putting things together. All right, start putting the puzzles together, because the truth is, when emotions are involved, our memories tend to be even less reliable. So even if your partner isn't the gaslighting type, your best chance of nailing him or her is to compile as much evidence as you can. And trust me, this is going to be a great ordeal to have to go through, really. All right, so number 2, try to go where they are not expecting you. Wallahi, this is one of the easiest ways to catch someone who is cheating on you, to catch them in the act. Whether it's sex or even just a shady phone call or texting, just show up somewhere that they don't think that you're going to be. You could definitely surprise your partner at work or at the bar where he's, having drinks with a guy, having, guy time, or basically wherever you know that he's regularly logging minutes and hours in places that you don't go. And before you go, coin up excuses to give. Just be prepared in case he sees you and he's wondering, okay, so why are you here? Just tell him, give him one flimsy excuse. Oh, I decided to bump in. I didn't even think that you'll be here at this point in time anyways. Right? Just give him one flimsy but very cogent excuse that he would never sense that, oh, you're snooping or you're trying to catch him in an act or something. And you could do it a couple of times if you have to and see if he's actually where he says he will be. Number 3, change your plans. Unannounced. People generally just let their guards down when they think that the person that they're scamming isn't going to be around in some certain time frame. They're basically more at ease to commit atrocity when they know that you will not arrive home at certain time. So tell your partner that you're going to be traveling or you're going to come back home late, and then come back on time, come back early, or come back unexpectedly, to wherever, maybe at home or maybe his office. Or just tell him that you'll be out of town and just have your plans cancelled last minute. And boom, show up. All of which are totally innocent actions on your part that could lead to you figuring out what your partner does when he thinks that you're far away. All right, and believe me when I say that this one works. This one works, but you just have to be prepared. You just have to be prepped up for the shock that you're going to receive if he's actually cheating on you. Trust me, it is not something that I would advise you to do if you do not have a great shock absorber. Number 3, ask pointed questions instead of just making wild accusations in a stressed out moment. I would advise you to bide your time and calmly ask your partner questions that could help you put, pieces of the puzzles together that might not line up. Do not just accuse him. Rather, ask questions. And while you're asking questions, presume innocence. All right? But know the facts. Know the facts. Know your truth. So the same way that you're collecting your evidence, you're playing police now. So you need to get his story or her story straight so that you could determine whether your partner is guilty. And if he's smart and he senses that you're trying to fit the puzzles together, he may likely be defensive or lie to cover up. So you've got to be smart. And this leads us to number 4. Be smart about snooping. To me, honestly, I think that there is no need to dig deep. But if you must, then make a commitment to yourself that you would only look at text messages or emails or photos, but not everything. Because you still want to preserve your sanity for at least a while and be rational when making decisions regarding the state of your trust and your relationship. So assuming that you're taking the highway to snoop around his phone, which I'm not advising you to do, find out if there are lots of other numbers that are not saved, or maybe there are lots of mysterious funny initials instead of full names. All right? Peradventure you see something really funny or names that are really funny. Look, those could be signs. And I would also suggest using a friend's profile to look up your partner's social media handles, all right? So that you can see if you can spot something that you can't see from your profile, because there are ways that, this cheating spouses can block you, especially on WhatsApp. They can block they can block you from viewing their WhatsApp status. Trust me on that. And it also can work if you can check out their browser history, if they're not clearing their browser, which, usually smart cheaters will do. You can even check their bean. If you're lucky, they've not permanently deleted all of their browsers or all of their messages. You could check their beans to find out who they're chatting with, what conversations they've made, what emails they've sent, and try to delete, okay? All right, then check for anything unusual like women's gift or directions to restaurants you've never been to get there. That's also a pointer. Number 5, you could also decide to follow him if you can't take it lying low anymore and you need to get to the bottom of, whatever situation that you're feeling or whatsoever gut feeling that you're getting. You could follow him. Put on a wig, a gigantic sunglasses, and just follow him. Disguise yourself. I need you to know that this tactic should not be employed until or unless you have noticed very clear patterns of signs of a man who is cheating or a woman who is cheating, and you've collected plenty of other evidences and you're just looking for a clincher. Otherwise, you run the risk of looking more like a crazy person, a stalker. So yeah, if you're up for that, then it may be just worth it to follow him or her. It may seem extreme, but there is no better way to catch them in a lie. Do you get? Or number 6, better still, you could consider hiring a professional private investigator. Yes, it's that serious. If you think it's that serious, then it's that serious, all right? If all else fails and you're still unsure about your partner's faithfulness, then you could hire a professional to help you do the job. And I said it, you could do that. It's what they're for. And you don't need to go through all of the disguise and looking like someone who's crazy. You could just hire a professional private investigator to do the dirty job for you. And on the flip side of things, I would suggest that you don't take your own investigation over the line of what's reasonable, because that can be dangerous and can easily turn on you or even lead to stalking accusation, especially if he goes through with what he says he's going to do. Plus, it is much more traumatizing, I tell you, to see a partner who's been cheating on you by yourself. All right, so instead of putting yourself in that predicament and hurting yourself, why not just pay for people to do the tons of other stuff for you? I feel like hiring a private investigator just gives you peace of mind. All right, and it's totally worth it. So you could try that instead of investigating by yourself and bringing yourself into that kind of situation. How would you feel that you catch him having sex with your best friend? It's going to be traumatizing, and you don't want to put yourself in that situation. You'd rather have someone tell you or show you pictures than you putting yourself in that kind of situation. No, don't do that. Number 7, try to have spontaneous sex with him. This works better if you are a woman and married to your guy. So if your husband comes home late from any unexpected delay, try to have spontaneous sex with him when he gets back home. If your guy gets angry and pushes you away or tries avoiding it altogether at all costs, chances are that he may be exhausted down there. And the truth is that he could always wash himself up before getting home. But getting it up immediately and blowing a huge load, that is not the easiest thing to do. So that's the way to find out, all right? Because even if he manages to have sex with you, giving you full load, full load of sperm is not that easy. It's not that easy. That's another way that you can catch him. Number 8, pay attention to his attitude or what follows after a fight. Because most cheating partners intentionally try to pick a fight, then they slam the door and walk away. Because it makes for a great excuse to slip out of the house and meet their adulterous lover. So if he comes back later than usual all the time that you have a fight and he's not ready to talk about it, he's not ready to straighten things out, he's not ready to make amends or make things work, he probably has someone else out there that he cries out to, and he's not ready to settle one bit with you. Got that? And lastly, number 9, don't forget to check their recycle bin, because the garbage is a great place to dispose of things, and sometimes it also has a lot of clues. So if your partner is on the computer too often, check the computer's recycle bin often. Chances are that there may be another person's photo or a little snippet of information that could be of some great use to all of the collections that you've made. Now, these are the 9 signs. Now, these 9 signs would definitely help you find out if your partner is cheating on you with someone else. But if you want to nail them, you're going to have to catch them in the act. All right, if you're brave enough, you're going to have to catch them in the act. And there is no way that you could do that unless you walk in on your partner with a person that they are cheating on you with. All right, but if you do choose to go spy mode on them and use a few unethical ways, here are the 9 ways to nail your partner who is cheating on you in no time. But I would advise you that you try these ways only if you're already certain your partner is cheating on you. So these steps are great to catch them, but if they aren't cheating on you and it was just a false alarm, your partner may feel extremely hurt by your actions. So you need to be sure that your guts are right about this. Okay? Until next time, keep living the fab life and enjoy loads of other contents that I have on this channel. Do well to share this content. I do need this content to be shared out to a lot of people out there. Okay? Until next time, mwah, I love you.